so the first one, you are given the measure of angle 7. What is it? 35. And which one do we need to find? We need to find 1. So if I kind of highlighted my transversal line, are those two on the same side or opposite side? Same side. So then I have 3 options. Are they both on the inside, both on the outside, or is one on the inside, one's on the outside?
Both on the outside.
They're both on the outside, so that means same side is consecutive, outside is exterior. So they are supplementary, which means they equal 180. Okay, so if I know that one of them is 35, how do I find the other? So somebody tell me what they got.
145.
145. Did somebody find it a different way? Okay, so then we would say that measure, so you would say angle 1 and angle 7 are consecutive.
Oh, I went through like the whole process of this. These things. Number 9.
So read the directions. Okay, so our consecutive exterior, you do have to justify the answer, and that is this part right there. Okay, so then I would say this is the measure, that's what M stands for, of angle 1 equals 145. So that is all the answer that you need on number 1.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay, there's lots of different ways you could have found that. I could have said 7 and 3 are what? What would 7 and 3 be? What relationship? Raise your hand. 7 and 3 would be what relationship?
Oh.
Look at your notebook, Joseph, if you don't know.
I know.
Hayden?
Corresponding.
So 7 and 3 are corresponding, therefore 3 is also 35. Then I could have said 3 and 1 are supplementary, and I would still get it to be 145. I just have to write more steps down. Questions on that?
I did that whole process without realizing that I could just
One step.
One step.
Okay, on the next two, it says that the measure of angle 2 equals 135. And I need to solve for 9 to start with. Where did somebody start on that one? That one?
I started with the 90.
You started with the 90. What do you mean by that, Carter?
Like I wrote in the 90s.
You wrote in the 90s? So 10 equals 90 and 5 equals 90. Okay, then what?
How do we know that?
I went to
That little red box.
I went to 180 and I figured both of those you had to equal 30. Because
So you assumed that 1 and 9 are equal.
yeah.
We don't know that for fact because one of them could be like 29. The other one could be like 31. Colin?
Because it's a straight line, so it's 180 degrees. So I did 180 minus 90, and then I did 90 divided by 2.
So you assumed as well that angle 1 and 9 are the same. We can't assume that they are the same. So that does not work. Kaden?
What are the letters about though? What? They're just
Numerals. No. Variables.
This just, the italic A and the italic B and the italic E and the D, that's just saying line C, line A, line B. Those are just labeling the lines. How can we figure out 9? So I hear that you guys want to do this straight line with these 3 angles, correct? Okay. So that means I need to get at least one other of those to figure it out.
Oh,
So is there a way that I could maybe figure out 1? Hayden?
1. Okay. So. Okay, so you take 1. Now you have to find 9 and find what it's like. Corresponding. Okay. I was doing like a whole different process in my head, and then you mentioned that, and just I was gonna say that 2 and 7 are alternate interior.
Okay, so let's skip down to number 3. So Caden's talking about number 3. He said number 2 and 7 are alternate interior, which means they are
The same.
the same. So the measure of angle 7 equals what?
135.
135, and we know that because they are alternate interior, interior.
I can't read those colors.
Well, your notes,
I can't read those colors.
I'll change the color, but in your notes it has those words, so you have those words in front of you. Alternate interior. Okay, so going back to 9, how could I find 1? Colin?
So 9 would be because 7 and 9 are
Okay.
And
What did you ask?
How do we find the measure of angle 1? Because that'll help us find 9.
oh wait.
You subtract.
7 and okay, never mind.
You could do it this way. Subtract 90 from 180 and divide it by 2.
Nope, we can't assume that those two angles are equal.
Would you do
Grace?
the corresponding?
130. Okay, so you know that angle 2 is 135.
Yep.
Right? And that 2 and 3, like that line would equal 180.
2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
So 2 and 3, if I went like that, 2 and 3 are on the same side and inside. So same side is consecutive, both on the inside is interior, and their angles measure 180. Okay, so then Grease, how do you find measure of angle 3?
I subtract 2
And you get,
45.
okay,
And 1 is corresponding. Wait, no, wait.
yep, you're right.
Yeah, 1 is corresponding to 3.
So 3 and 1 are corresponding.
Yeah, they're both 45 degrees.
So that means they are equal, and therefore 1 is 45. So before we keep going, let's write down the steps that we took to get there so we don't forget.
Oh, like
Alternate interior.
So let's write down, we had 2 and 3 are same side, which would be consecutive. They're both on the inside, so interior. Then we said angle 1 and angle 3 are corresponding. Now, we can say that which 3 angles equal 180? So then we could say, this is a comma, 9, 10, and 1 are, what's the word? That when they equal 180? Supplementary. Therefore, if I take, what's 90 and 45 together? 135. So if I take 180 and subtract 135, I get the answer to be
45.
So the measure of angle 9 does in fact equal 45.
well, like
We're the same.
I got 45.
Wait,
you know, I
okay.
did it different.
But you,
Okay.
but we can't assume that they're all of this for a second. So the way I would have done it, which there are multiple ways that you can do without making assumptions. You can't make assumptions. We know that this is 135, right? Yes. Okay. And we know that this is 90. 1 and 2 make a straight line. So then 135 or 180 minus 135 gives us 45. So I would have said angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary. Then angle 9, 10, and 1 are also supplementary. And then I still would have gotten the answer to be 45. So there's a lot of different ways that you can figure that out. You just have to justify each step. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. I am going to have you